chicken fajita quesadilla tacos. We're making it for dinner tonight. Do you remember Chi-Chi's? I just came out to make fajitas and it gave me a flashback. I think Chi-Chi's was my first experience of any kind of Mexican food at a restaurant. And one of the things I remember most is when a waiter or a waitress would walk by with a sizzling pan of fajitas. And I had no idea what fajitas were. I was young when we went to Chi-Chi's, like elementary school. But that felt like a fancy night out. I also remember requesting to go there on my birthdays. You know why? Fried ice cream. That was the best dessert I ever remember eating at restaurants when I was a kid. They'd come out and sing to you, put a candle in your ice cream. It was this giant bowl of fried ice cream. That was when it was fun to celebrate how old you were turning. But here's a fun fact. I looked up Chi-Chi's today because I thought, are there any Chi-Chi's open still? There are not. They all closed in 2004 when they declared bankruptcy. But one of the co-founders of Chi-Chi's was Max McGee, a former Green Bay Packer. I never knew. And that's where I grew up, going to Chi-Chi's, just 30 minutes away from Green Bay. I do remember going to the Chi-Chi's in Green Bay as an adult with a friend, just knowing that it was still there. We went to go find it. And I gotta tell you, it wasn't as good as I remembered it being as a kid. Fajitas is something I love making for my family because everybody loves them. They like when I make them on the griddle with some cheese, so they're really almost more like a fajita quesadilla. But they are really delicious, and it's a great way to get my son to eat the vegetables because then they're melted inside and he doesn't see them. But I also love to make a lot because they make great leftovers. Fajitas are one of those things that I still love to order from a Mexican restaurant. Way too much. Too much drizzle and too much sizzle. You know, one of my best friends, she would always choose to go to a Mexican restaurant for her birthdays, like as an adult, knowing full well what was going to happen there. They'd bring her her food, we'd get margaritas, she'd finish her food, then they'd come out ready to sing to her, they put the sombrero on her head, and then they threw whipped cream in her face. Do Mexican restaurants around you do that? That's what they did at this one in Wisconsin that we'd go to. And she'd go every year. And she'd act surprised. I love you. I turned my heat down in hopes that I would not burn these. Oh yeah, we're doing good. They're chicken fajita tacos. I made these one other time with the melty cheese and chicken and peppers.
Oh, this smells so good. Thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't tell him to say that. I gotta come up with a name of what I would call these. I don't know if it's a taco, a quesadilla, or a fajita, but whatever it is, it's delicious.